Hello, everyone. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for Saturday's September broadcast of Field of Dreams Baseball. We are into the pennant race, and we're going to do 10 days of baseball here on Saturday, December 21st. Hopefully, we'll also do 10 days of baseball December 22nd, and the final 10 days in the month of September on Monday, the 23rd, and then take a Christmas break before we enter the playoffs. Anyway, here we are on September 1st on Field of Dreams Season 7. Let me take a moment and go over the standings and where everything stands, as if everybody didn't know it already. Here we go. Philadelphia, with an 80-56 record, lead the Sandlot division. They have a 3.5 game lead over D-Gen, 76-59, 5 games over Beantown. Moneyball, Lehigh, a comfortable 11.5 game lead over everybody else in the division. Rain delay, Lancaster, Manchester fighting it out. Lancaster 77-60. Manchester 70-65, 6 games back. Aaron Reed comes by. Thank you, Aaron, for coming into the broadcast. And finally, in the natural division, St. Louis with a comfortable 13-game lead over Chicago. The battle here is for the wild card between Chicago, San Francisco, and Edmonton, and there is a 2.5 game spread on those 3 teams. And we're going to see Chicago, Edmonton, and St. Louis in Philadelphia in today's broadcast. We're going to broadcast 3 games, so it should be fun. Without further ado, let's go to September 1st. I am still using the 2024 edition of the game. I have loaded 2025. It seems to be doing well. There's an update for it. Haven't updated my program yet to see what it fixed, but we'll do that today after the broadcast. Okay, without further ado, on September 1st, the first game we're going to play will be St. Louis at Edmonton. Prior to that, let's sim the games up there. Hagerstown and Amazing, not in the race. Hagerstown 5-3 winners. Amazing is pretty much has secured a spot in the lottery. First game that means anything in the day, Washington at Manchester. Manchester playing like they mean it, 15-3 winners. Pollitt over Willis. Morgan home run number 20 for MV. Beantown and Philadelphia. A game where Beantown wins. They'll be 4 back. And they do 11-10. Vaughn the winner. Sale the loser. Ordonez home run number 4. Beantown now 4 games behind Philadelphia. The other 2 teams in that division that are in the race, D-Gens at Chico's. D-Gens 3 games back. Chico's at 7.5. Going to have to go on at one hell of a winning streak. Here's the game. 4-3 D-Gens now. 2.5 back. Both D-Gens and Beantown pick up a game on Philadelphia. Chandler the winner. John the loser. Robinson home run number 2. And we're going to play St. Louis at Edmonton. Clayton Kershaw for the Hawks will face Don Sutton, 2 Dodger pitchers for the Edmonton Express. The lineups are in. And as the national anthem finishes, David Lando checks in. Here we are in Edmonton for St. Louis. The lineups Lineup looks like this. Collins at second, batting first. McGraw, the DH, second. Pujols at first, batting third. Edmonds in center, batting fourth. Robinson in left, batting fifth. Clemente in right field, batting sixth. Vizquel at short, batting seventh. Ken Boyer, who was traded from Vegas to St. Louis, playing third base now, batting eighth. And Hartnett catching and batting ninth. Edmonton in the field will have McGee, DiMaggio, and Kaline left to right. Ramirez, Jeter, Gehringer, Mattingly also left to right in the infield. Excuse me 1 second. Had to clear my throat there. Cochran catching, Sutton pitching, and let's get this game going. Collins strikes out. And there's McGraw, who's got a 500 on-base percentage from the year he was drafted, is on first. A threat to steal. Albert Pujols. There goes McGraw. There's the ball to hit the center. Dom DiMaggio puts it away. 2 down in the inning. Jim Edmonds. Throw to first. McGraw gets back. Edmonds, line drive. Gehringer puts it away nicely. We head to the bottom of the first. St. Louis, nothing. Express coming to bat. For all you that are into college football, Penn State leads SMU 14-0 with 11:07 to go in the half. McGee leads off for Edmonton, followed by Delahanty, the DH. Kaline batting third and right. Gehringer at second base, hitting cleanup. Mattingly at first base, hitting fifth. Jeter at shortstop, sixth. Cochran catching, seventh. Ramirez, third base, eighth. And Dom DiMaggio in center field, hitting ninth. The catchers in this game, Cochran and Hartnett, have flipped twice this season, back and forth from these two teams. They're familiar with one another. Kershaw delivers to McGee. And as a base hit, it was a dribbler in front of the plate. That, by the way, is an animation that has been fixed in the 2025 game. The ball showed foul here, but it shows fair when that hit happens in the 2025 game. Runner on first, Delahanty up. Ball gets away from Martin. Fleet-footed McGee goes to second. Wild pitch charge to Kershaw. Delahanty goes down for the first strikeout of the game. Al Kaline. Ground ball to Boyer. To Pujols for the out, 2 away. Kaline and Boyer were teammates earlier this season on the Vegas team. Gehringer up. Line drive, base. Oh, it's a stabbing catch by the second baseman, and he is out. We're going to go to the top of the second inning. No score. What a play by Collins for St. Louis. They didn't call it a great play, but it looked like a great play on the chalkboard. Here we go. Frank Robinson, Roberto Clemente, and Vizquel due up. DiMaggio puts it away. Sutton delivers. Clemente pops it up to the infield. Gehringer, 2 away, and Omar Vizquel against Sutton. Fly to right, Kaline under it, puts it away. On the warning track, we head to the bottom of the second, no score. Kershaw to face Mattingly, Jeter, and Cochran. Ground ball to Pujols, takes it to the bag, 1 down. Derek Jeter, base hit into center field. Jeter on first. Mickey Cochran up. Throw to first, keep Jeter close. Cochran to center field. Edmonds has it. 2 down, runner on first for Jose Ramirez. He walks. First walk of the game for Kershaw. Dom DiMaggio. Ground ball to Boyer is going to throw to Collins, the short way to get the third out of the inning. We head to the top of the third. There is no score here at Metropolitan Stadium, Edmund Express's home stadium. Ken Boyer facing Sutton. Kaline has it for the out. 1 down. Gabby Hartnett. He walks him. Eddie Collins, the top of the order, hits it on the ground to Jeter, flips to Gehringer for 1. That's all they're going to get. Throws to first, but Collins beats it out. The number 2 hitter, John McGraw. What a surprise. It's a double. Collins will score, and just like that, St. Louis takes a 1-0 lead. You can't keep McGraw off the base path. Albert Pujols to face Sutton. He's intentionally walked, and Edmonds faces him now. It's going to be a line drive to Ramirez. Will end the inning. Head to the bottom of the third. St. Louis 1. The Edmonton Express 0. Kershaw will face the top of Edmonton's order, McGee, Delahanty, and Kaline. Pop up into shallow left field. Vizquel goes out and gets it. Ed Delahanty. Line drive, base hit to left. He's on. Delahanty now hitting .306, and Al Kaline steps in. There goes the runner, the throw. They've got him on the pitch out. 2 quick outs now. And Kaline's up. 1 ball, no strikes. 0 for 1 today. Nobody on. Kaline singles. Well, throwing that runner out was a big deal now. Runner on first is Kaline. Gehringer to face Kershaw. He hits a fly ball deep in the right field. But Clemente's got it for the out. We head to inning number 4. It's 1-0 St. Louis. Frank Robinson, 0 for 1 today. Fly to the left. McGee's got it. Clemente's also 0 for 1. Pop up in the, well, it may be in fair territory, heading towards foul territory, but Gehringer catches it, and it is in foul territory according to the umpire. Omar Vizquel, line drive. McGee's caught it before it hits the ground. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 still, St. Louis. Jeff Hunter's in. Hey, Jeff, good luck. You're behind 1-0, but just in time to see Mattingly, Jeter, and Cochran. Pops it up in the foul territory. Ken Boyer's got it. It is a great play. Jeter. Jeter walks. He's 1 for 1 today. He's been on base both times. Mickey Cochran 0 for 1. Ground ball to Collins, going to be over to Vizquel for 1. Back to Pujols. 4-6-3 double play, and it is a great play for Eddie Collins. We head to inning number 5. It is 1-0 St. Louis. We've got a pitcher's duel going on here. Expressive out hit the Hawks 4-2, but the Hawks have the lead where it counts, 1-0 in runs. Boyer, Hartnett, and Collins. Boyer 0 for 1 today. Ground ball up the middle. Geringer gets him out. 1 down. Gabby Hartnett. Fly to center. He's out. And Eddie Collins, the top of the order, is going to strike out. Sutton mows him down. Halfway through the game, it's 1-0 St. Louis. Kershaw to face Ramirez. Ramirez to Vizquel. He's out. 1 down. Number 9 hitter, Dom DiMaggio, 281 hitter. That's pretty good for a number 9 hitter. He pops it up behind home plate. It's into the stands. Ground ball to Boyer. He's been a busy man today. 2 down. And the top of the order, Sherry McGee. Ground ball back to the mound. Kershaw to Pujols. Halfway home, it's 1-0 St. Louis. McGraw hitting only .225 on the season, but if you look on the bottom left, you'll see he's a .349 hitter in the season he came from, so he gets on base. He walks. He's 2 for 2 today still. McGraw on first for Pujols, 0 for 1. There goes McGraw, fly to center. That's deep. And DiMaggio watches it go over the fence. It is a 3-0 St. Louis lead. Pujols got all of that when it traveled 382 feet. Home run number 28 on the season. Here we go. Bear with me for 1 second as I have to change something here. Okay, that takes care of that. Okay, stepping in, Jim Edmonds to face Sutton, followed by Robertson and Clemente. Sutton's pitch, fly to center. DiMaggio backing up. He's got room and puts it away. Frank Robertson 0 for 2. Shallow center. DiMaggio comes in to get that one. And Clemente, number 3 for Sutton. We head to the bottom of the 6th, St. Louis 3. Edmonton Express nothing. Kershaw pitching to Delahunty. Base hit in the center field. He's now 2 for 3. Delahunty a threat to steal, but I don't know if he's going to steal down 3 runs. Al Kaline. Kershaw throws to first. He's back. Kaline to center. Edmonds has it for the out. 1 down. Delahunty still at first. And Charlie Geringer. Strikeout number 2 for Kershaw. His strikeout count is low today, but he's still throwing a shutout as Don Mattingly comes in, batting .318. He hits it on the ground. The boy is going to flip it to Collins to get out number 3. Great play number 7, second one today for Ken Boyer. I guess that trade's paying off for a big clue. We head to inning number 7, 3-0 St. Louis, and St. Louis will send the bottom third of their order, Vizquel, Boyer, and Hartnett in to face Sutton. Foul ball, but Geringer catches it. Boyer up 0 for 2. He struck him out. Number 4 for Sutton. Both pitchers pitching very well today. Fly ball to right. Kaline staring at it, and it's in the stands as Hartnett homers. That's home run number 20 for Gabby Hartnett. He hits a lot of home runs. That's all I got to say. 4-0, Eddie Collins. Rob Murphy coming in to pitch. as the computer manager has seen enough. Little ground ball to Mattingly's going to take it to the bag himself, right? No, he throws to Murphy covering and gets it. We head to the bottom of the seventh inning here at Metropolitan Stadium. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors. 3 left on base for St. Louis. Edmonton, no runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 5 left on base. Kershaw throwing a shutout will face Jeter, Cochran, and Ramirez. Pujols picks it up, steps on the bag, 1 down. Kershaw delivers. Cochran to Pujols, who flips it to Kershaw for the out. 2 ground balls to first. And Jose Ramirez now. 3 ground balls to first base. Pujols takes it to the bag himself. Edmonton goes down 1, 2, 3. We head to the 8th, 4-0. McGraw's been on base all 3 times up, facing Murphy, Pujols, and Edmonton. Edmonds will be next. McGraw hits it in foul territory. 1 ball, 2 strikes, line drive, base hit, center field. McGraw having a great day. He's 3 for 3. Little guy's on first base. He's a threat to steal. Pujols homered his last time. Fly ball to right. K-Line's got this one, though. 1 away. Jim Edmonds. Fly to center. DiMaggio's going to put this one away. It's routine. And it's a great play by Dom DiMaggio. It wasn't routine. It looked routine on the chalkboard, but it shows you how it fools you. Murphy to pitch to Frank Robinson. Fly to left. Deep. DiMaggio on the run, catches it in front of the fence. We head to the bottom of the 8th. St. Louis 4, Express nothing. Jeff Hunter expressing his displeasure with his lineup. Kershaw this season got a 3.34 ERA, 12-7, and has a 2.33 batting average against. He's a good pitcher. He'll be facing the bottom of the order, DiMaggio, McGee, and Delahanty, hitters 1 and 2 after DiMaggio. Hitter number 9 slaps it in the center field for a base hit. Runner on first. Sherry McGee, 1 for 3. There's a balk. He's going to do it again. Fly to left, deep, and that's out of here. As Frank Robertson watches home run number 27 sail into the stand. And just as Jeff Hunter complains about his team, they scored 2 runs. You might want to complain again, Jeff. Ed Delahanty is Kershaw's lead now and cut in half. Pops it up into the infield. Collins has got it 2 away. And Al Kaline is 1 for 3. He certainly has pop in his bat. Foul ball. Grounded to Pujols, makes a great play. He steps on the bag. We head to the top of the 9th. St. Louis 4, Edmonton 2. In football, Penn State now leads SMU 21-0. On my other screen is the fight card, which is going to be Fury versus Usyk. If that fight's still on when I'm broadcasting, or if it starts when I'm broadcasting, I'll let you know how it's going. Kershaw facing Geringer. Line drive, back to the box. Kershaw stabs it for the out. Pete Semino coming in to face Roberto Clemente. Base hit in the center field. Semino doesn't have a photo, so we're going to fix that. Whoops, wrong one. Sorry about that. We wait for the left-hand side to populate. There it is. There's the photo. We now have one. And for some reason, he doesn't show up. We're going to leave that alone. Vizquel bunts. Clemente to second. One down, runner on second. Ken Boyer. Fly to left. McGee's got it. Clemente has to retreat to the bag. 2 away. Hearten it up with runner still in scoring position. Ground ball to Geringer. We head to the bottom of the ninth, 4-2 St. Louis. Here we go. Express has 3 outs. They need to get 2 runs to tie it. Jim Tomei to pinch hit for Don Mattingly. Strikeout number 3 for Kershaw as Derek Jeter steps in. Ground ball to Pujols. Pujols sure taking a lot of ground balls today. 2 away. We're down to the last out, and Mickey Cochran steps in. He hits it back to the mound. The game is over. That was a quick 1-2-3 inning. It's St. Louis, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Express 2-7-0. Let's go to the box score. Edmonton, 2 for 4 for McGee, 2 for 4 for Delahunty, 7 hits in all. St. Louis, McGraw went 3 for 3. He was the star of that game for them. Clayton Kershaw gets the MVP. He's the winning pitcher. He's now 13-7, pitched 9 innings, 7 hits, allowed a couple of runs, struck out 3, walked 2. And for Edmonton, Sutton's now 5-7. He's the losing pitcher. 6 2/3, 4 hits, 4 runs. All of them earned. Struck out 4, walked 3. Murphy and Semino come on to finish off the game. Okay, back to today's schedule, and we will be simming the rest of today's games. Lehigh at Cleveland. I'm rooting for Cleveland to upset them. I need to finish last in the Moneyball division. Cleveland wins 3-2. I get my wish. Vegas at T-ville. I'm rooting for T-ville. 12-0. T-ville wins. I'm happy about that. Florence at Hadley Lake. 7-3 Hadley Lake. Chicago and San Francisco. Another important game. Chicago squeaks by San Francisco 9-8. We'll check the standings here in a moment. Hagerstown, amazing game 2. 7-4 Hagerstown. An important game to Lancaster and Manchester there. Lancaster's at Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake upsets them. 3-1. We head for September 2nd. Lehigh still 10.5 up. Philly only 2.5 up. St. Louis is got that division sewn up. Chicago 2.5 games ahead of San Francisco. 3.5 ahead of Edmonton, and Lancaster 5 games up on Manchester. Washington at amazing 11-0 Washington. Hadley Lake at Beantown. Beantown needs that one. 9-4 Beantown. They get it. 3.5 back. St. Louis at Hagerstown. 4-2 St. Louis. Vegas at Chico's. We're rooting for Chico's. But Vegas upsets them 9-4. doesn't make me happy. So hopefully Cleveland also wins, but they don't. Florence beats them. I am 2 games out of the lottery pick, although that's 2 games for Cleveland today, so I got another chance at them. T-Ville at D-Gens. D-Gens win 6-5. They're 2 games out. Edmonton at Manchester, important game for both teams. Edmonton 4-1 victor. Edmonton now still 16.5 back, 3 back, however, of Chicago. Manchester 5.5 back of Lancaster. Philly and Lehigh, important to Philly, not so important to Lehigh. Lehigh wins 2-1. Lancaster at Chicago. 2-1 Lancaster. Chicago loses, and Edmonton now 2.5 back. San Francisco 2 back. Lancaster 6 up on Manchester. Game 2, Washington and Amazing, 4-1 Washington. Hadley Lake at Beantown. Beantown 3 games back. Now they're 2.5 back as they defeat Hadley Lake 4-3. Second game, St. Louis at Hagerstown. St. Louis sweeps the doubleheader. Vegas at Chico's. Chico's squeaks by Vegas 6-5. I remain 2 games out of the lottery. That game went 10 innings, too close for comfort. Will I be a game and a half out or 2.5 out? Let's see what Cleveland does. Cleveland beats Florence, so I close in on last place in my division. T-Ville at D-Gens. D-Gens 1.5 out. They lose. They're now 2 out. Edmonton and Manchester, game number 2. 8-6 Manchester. Manchester closes to 5.5. Edmonton now 3 games back of the wild card. Lancaster and Chicago, game 2. Chicago wins 4-2. Waddell, good pickup for Chicago, now 7-3. Chicago is 2.5 ahead of San Francisco and 3.5 ahead of Edmonton. Speaking of San Francisco, they defeat Crystal Lake 7-2 and remain 2 back of Chicago. In game 2, the nightcap, 11-3 San Francisco winners. They close to win a game and a half of Chicago. We move to the third. If you bear with me 1 second, I'll take a sip of this coffee before we continue. St. Louis at Hagerstown as the season continues for both teams. 7-3 St. Louis. Florence at Cleveland. Florence defeats Cleveland 2-1. T-Ville at D-Gens. D-Gens loses again. They now fall 2.5 back. Edmonton and Manchester, big game for both. Manchester 8-7 winners. They're 4.5 back now as Edmonton is 4 games back with 3.5 weeks to go. Beantown at home, and they lose to Hadley Lake 5-3. Beantown now 3 back. Philly at Lehigh. Did they play on Wednesday? No. I want to see something. We're going to play that game, so let's go to Lehigh. They play, I think, at Forbes Field. There it is. Game number 2. Roy Halladay for the Icemen. Lizards will throw Red Faber. Lineups are in. Here we go from Forbes Field. Philadelphia will have Puckett in center field batting first. Just acquired from Hadley Lake, Henderson. I think that's Ricky Henderson, correct? Ricky Henderson just passed away today, for those who hadn't heard. He was born in 1958. They didn't announce what he passed away from, but he's no longer with us. Ventura at third base, batting third. Bateman catching fourth. Heilman at DH fifth. Rudy in right field sixth. Davis at short seventh. Utley at second base eighth. And Rusty Staub hitting ninth and playing first base. In the outfield, I have to fix Willie Mays as usual. Burkett, Mays, and Abreu. Left to right. Brett, Ramirez, Alomar, McCovey. Campanella is catching. Faber on the mound. And Puckett up to lead off the game. Ground ball to Brett makes a great play. And as always, great plays are outs. One down. Time to, that's great play number 7 to George Brett. Time to get Willie Mays' photo. I have no idea why this photo doesn't stick, but it doesn't. So every time I play the game, I have to do the photo. Henderson up. And a second ground ball to Brett. Henderson is speedy, but can't beat the throw. He's out, 2 down. Robin Ventura, line drive. Hanley Ramirez catches it for the out. We head to the bottom of the first. Philly nothing. Lizards coming to bat. Okay. Lineup. For Lehigh, Burkett in left, batting first. Abreu in right, batting second. Willie Mays in center, batting third. The outfield, Giambi. DH hitting fourth. Now comes the infield. First base, McCovey. Campanella catching. Ramirez at short. 7th. Alomar, 8th, batting second. Traded Lehigh and Chicago. Traded second baseman. And George Brett batting 9th. Playing third. Burkett hits a fly ball to right. Rudy's got it. 1 down. Abreu facing Halliday. Ground ball. Staub takes it to the bag himself. And Willie Mays with a photo. Fly to center. Puckett's got it. Quick 1-2-3 inning. We head to the second. No score. Faber to face, Bateman, McCovey, and Campanella. Well, that was quick, that was fast, and that was out of here. Bateman, home run. Makes it 1-0 Philadelphia. Bateman's 25th home run of the season, traveled 374 feet as Harry Heilman steps in. He's going to hit that ball. Looks like it headed for the stands. But it's caught. And is an out. Fooled me. Joe Rudy. Fly ball to center. Mays has got it. 2 down. George Davis strikes out. Catcher drops the ball. Throws to McCovey at first. He's out. We head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Philadelphia. Halliday to face hitters 4, 5, and 6. Giambi, McCovey, and Campanella. Utley to first for the out. McCovey. Line drive, Staub's got it. And Campanella. Ground ball to Davis. 1, 2, 3, go the Lizards. We head to the top of the third. 1-0 Philadelphia. Faber to face. Utley, Staub, and Puckett. Second strikeout for Faber. Staub. Ground ball back to the mound. Faber's got it. Throws to first. 2 down for Kirby Puckett. Ground ball to short. Throw to first. The ball's in the dirt. There's an error, number 20. And there we go. Runner on second base as Puckett gets all the way to second. On the error by Hanley Ramirez. Faber delivers, fly to right. Abreu coming in, puts it away. That's it for the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Philadelphia. We head to the bottom of the third as Penn State scores again. It's 27-0. And the extra point will be good, I'm sure. It'll be 28-0. That game is over. We can pay full attention to the baseball game here as Hanley Ramirez, Alomar, and Brett due up to face Halliday. Pops it up. Davis puts it away, 1 down. Alomar. Into the stands. Alomar sees another one. Struck him out, number 1 for Halliday. And George Brett. Fly to center. Puckett backing up. He's got it. 1, 2, 3. Go Lehigh. It's 1-0 Philadelphia. Only hit of the game, that home run by Bateman. Robin Ventura, speaking of Bateman, he's on deck. Heilman follows. Ventura to right. Abreu got it for the out. Bateman homered, only hit of the game. Strikeout number 3 for Faber and Heilman. Walks. Walk number 1. Joe Rudy, 0 for 1 today. Goes down swing. Faber strikeouts number 4. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Quick game, only 1 hit, and it was a home run. Consequently, Philadelphia leads 1-0. Top of the order for Lehigh, Burkett, Abreu, and Willie Mays. Fly to the left. It's deep. And it is hugging the line. It's gone. It's a home run. It's a double. Couldn't tell from the chalkboard, but it is a double for Burkett. Runner on second base. Nobody out. Bobby Abreu hits a ground ball up the middle. Utley's going to throw to third. They got Burkett going from second to third on a ground ball to second base, a play you don't usually see in Major League Baseball. Utley makes that unconventional throw, gets the unconventional out, and Willie Mays steps in. Ball 1. There goes Utley. And it's a stolen base, number 30. Ventura just went from third to first. I have no idea why. That just started happening on my computer yesterday. Let's find out if it continues. Mays strikes out. And Giambi. Abreu in second. Ground ball to Utley to Staub for the out. The inning's over. We head to the fifth. 1-0 Philadelphia. George Davis, Utley Staub, the bottom third of Philly's order to face Faber. 1 down, strikeout number 5 for Faber. Utley's going to have an infield hit. No, it's going to have an error by Roberto Alomar. Runner remains at first. 1 down, for second error of the game for Lehigh. Faber throws over. The pitch. Fly deep to right field. Abreu doesn't move. He just watches that ball sail into the grandstand. 2-run score. It is now 3-0 Philadelphia. That ball traveled 386 feet. 2 hits for Philadelphia, both home runs. They are 3 runs in, and Kirby Puckett up. Fly to left, Burkett, 2 away. Ricky Henderson strikes out, number 6. Favors strikeout. Halfway home, it's 3-0 Philly. Halladay to face the heart of the order, McCovey, Campanella, and Ramirez. McCovey goes down, strikeout number 3 for Halladay. Campanella fly to left. Henderson's got it for the out. And Hanley Ramirez on an 8-game hitting streak hits a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And strikeout number 4 for Halladay. We head to the 6th. 3-0 Philly. Robin Ventura. Faber walks him. Bateman with one of the 2 home runs for Philadelphia today. To McCovey, Ramirez for 1. Back to McCovey. The rare 3-6-3 double play is 2 away, nobody on for Harry Heilman. Faber's pitch is going to ground ball up the middle. Henry Ramirez smoothly takes it, throws him out. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 3-0 Philly. Big clue. Guess he wasn't so rusty after all. Okay. A pun, if there was ever a pun. Alomar, recently acquired from Chicago, leads off. Brett and Burkett follow. One down. Brett ground ball to Utley to Staub for the out. And Burkett. Fly to the left. The late Ricky Henderson catches it. We head to inning number 7 is 3-0 Philadelphia. Philip Reynolds comes in, says hello to everybody. Nice to have you on the broadcast, Phil. Faber facing Joe Rudy, Davis, and Utley as Philadelphia tries to get some insurance runs. Fly to left. Burkett's got it. George Davis 0 for 2. Fly to right. Abreu's going to take it off the wall. Davis headed for third. Here's Abreu's throw. He's got a good arm. He is safe with triple number 4. Davis on third. 1 away. Utley can get him home. And he does. Line drive down in the corner in the right field. George Davis scores easily. Utley around second. No, he holds up. He's going to hold up at second with a double. 4-0. Double number 25 for Utley as Rusty Staub steps to the plate. Hits it on the ground to Alomar to McCovey for out number 2. The Lizards are from Lehigh. Must be Pennsylvania. Puckett on the ground. Brett to first. Maybe it's Lehigh, Utah. It may have a Lehigh, Utah. I don't really know. The Lizards are Steve Tate's franchise here at Field of Dreams Baseball. Abreu, Mays, and Giambi up for the Lizards will face Halladay, who is pitching a 1-hitter. Now he's pitching a 2-hitter as Abreu is going to end up on third base. Triple number 4. Halliday pitches to Willie Mays. Ground ball to Utley. Run scores. There's going to be an error, number 23. I was just waiting for that to pop up. Error number 1 for Philadelphia. Mays goes to second as Jason Giambi steps in. Ground ball to Utley again, and he's going to throw a clean strike to Staub for the out. 1 away, however, Mays goes to third. Willie McCovey needs an outfield hit, but he strikes out. 2 outs now. We need a base hit, error, something. Campanella walks. Hanley Ramirez. Hanley hitting .246 this season. Just about average for the league. He strikes out number 7 for Halliday. We head to the top of the 8th. It's 4-1 Philadelphia. Faber still on the mound for the Lizards, pitching to Henderson, who pops it up right behind home plate. Campanella tosses the mask, catches the ball, 1 down for Ventura. Fly to right. Abreu's got it. 2 down, and Bateman with the home run up. He strikes out. 7th victim for Red Faber. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 4-1 Philadelphia. Halliday still in there. Andy Thornton's coming in to play first base. Alomar to right. Rudy's got it. George Brett. Deep in the right field, and it's out of here. George Brett, home run number 2. And the score is now 4-2. That ball traveled 389 feet. Lehigh's inching closer here in the bottom of the 8th to Philadelphia. And Burkett, good hitting outfielder. He walks. Did I mention he's also very, very fast? Well, is he very fast? Let's see. "25 stolen bases," says he can steal bases. Throw to first. He's back there safe. Abreu up. And he walks. Runners on first and second. Hard to believe, but the tying run is on base. Go-ahead run is at the plate in the form of Willie Mays. Halliday delivers. Ground ball to Ventura is going to go to Utley. To Thornton. They've got the 5-4-3 double play. The inning is over. We head to the 9th, 4-2 Philly. I'm watching boxing here, too. This is the Usyk Fleury undercard. 2 guys I never heard of, about to finish either the second or the third bout. Faber facing Heilman. Strikeout number 8. Joe Rudy. Ground line drive to McCovey's got it. 2 away, and George Davis. Ground ball to Brett across the diamond to McCovey. Perfect throw. He's out. We head to the bottom of the 9th. It's 4-2 Philadelphia. Tying run still sitting on the bench. Halliday faces Giambi. Line drive. Halliday snares it for the out. McCovey pops it up to Utley. 2 quick outs. Lehigh Lizards down to the last out in the form of Roy Campanella. Ground ball to Ventura. He's going to throw to first. It is going to be And out, the ball game is over. Is Philadelphia wins 4-2. 4 wins, 4 hits, 1 error, 3 left on for Philadelphia. The Lehigh Lizards 2-3-2. 4 runners left on base. We head to the box score. We have any highlights? Let's look. Philadelphia won the game, but they have 4 people with a hit apiece. Lehigh, 3 people with a hit apiece. Roy Halladay, the game's MVP. Both pitchers pitched complete games. Halladay now 14-5, 3 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned, struck out 7, walked 3. Faber, good game, but not quite good enough. 9 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. That's it from that game. And we get back to simming for the week. There we are, 4-2 Philly. Crystal Lake at San Francisco. Crystal Lake upset San Francisco 7-5. And Vegas at Chico's. Chico's wins 3-1. Battle for last place in the Moneyball division continues. Here we go, September 4th, Washington at St. Louis. St. Louis trying to maintain their big lead, and they do, 9-4. Vegas at D-Gens. D-Gens 15-2, Guidry over Whitson. T-Ville at Chico's. This is a big game for Chico's to win 5-2. They're 7 out, still a little hope. Hadley Lake at Lehigh, meaningless game, although Hadley Lake beats Lehigh 6-3, although it doesn't really get them much closer in the standings. They're 10.5 out. This is an important game for Philadelphia. They're 2.5 out. They're playing Florence, should win, and they do, 10-5. Cleveland at Beantown. I'm rooting for Beantown. 4-3 Beantown wins. That puts me 1 game out of the lottery. Lancaster at San Francisco. San Francisco beats Lancaster to MV's delight. San Francisco edges a little closer to Chicago. Speaking of Chicago, they're home here against Crystal Lake, 5-1. Chicago wins. Saberhagen win number 16. They are now 2 games ahead of San Francisco. 4.5 games ahead of Edmonton. Got to do my math. Manchester, 12-3 winners. They now are only 3.5 out as MV's getting all excited. Edmonton, amazing. Edmonton needs a win. They get it, 10-8. Gary Peters, the winner in that game. And Crystal Lake at Chicago, 10-3 Chicago. Chicago now still 2.5 over San Francisco. And 4.5 over Edmonton. We go to the 5th. St. Louis at home against Washington. Washington upends St. Louis, but not going to cause them any trouble. They're 13.5 games up. Vegas at D-Gens, 6-4 D-Gens. Hagerstown at Manchester. Manchester rooting for Manchester, and they shut out Hagerstown. Tex Houston now 18-8 as they inch closer to Lancaster. T-Ville at Chico's, 10-2 T-Ville, sorry. Chico's 8 games out. They're starting to run out of time. Hadley Lake at Lehigh, 20-5. That's 20 runs for Lehigh, 5 for Hadley Lake. Cleveland at Beantown. Cleveland wins 11-2 as they put a beating on Beantown. Beantown now 4 games out. But the big news from yours truly is Cleveland and Vegas. Now, no, Vegas is in last place by 0.5 game. Lancaster at San Francisco. Lancaster wins 3.5 up on Manchester. San Francisco drops 3 games behind Chicago. And speaking of Chicago, they are 7-3 losers to Crystal Lake. So Chicago 2.5 ahead of San Francisco and 4 ahead of Edmonton. Lancaster 3.5 ahead of Manchester. Philly 2.5 up. And we head to date is September 6th. I'm going to take a 1-minute break, rest my voice. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Did I lose anybody? I lost one person, but maybe they'll come back. Okay, voice all rested. We head for September 6th, T-ville at Vegas. T-ville wins 7-1 as Vegas marches to the bottom. Beantown at Hadley Lake. Now I'm rooting for you, Beantown. You win 5-3. Manchester at Edmonton, two of my closest friends. I'm rooting for both teams here. Edmonton defeats Manchester 11-2. Cleveland at Florence. I'm rooting for Aaron in this case, Aaron. No, yeah, I'm waiting for Cleveland. Sorry, Aaron. I want Cleveland to win. They do 7-4. Lehigh at Philadelphia again. Philly wins 2-0. Philadelphia now 3 games up. They look like they're starting to pull away a tiny bit in the Sandlot division. Chico's at Degens. 5-4. Degens 2.5 out. Chico's 9 out there, pretty much over, I think. Crystal Lake at Lancaster. Lancaster needs a win. They don't get it. Crystal Lake upsets them 3-0. Hagerstown at St. Louis. 10-3 St. Louis. Everything's normal there. Washington amazing. Washington 7-4. Washington's got a pretty good hold on the lottery pick in the rain delay division. Important game, San Francisco at Chicago. San Francisco wins 3-2. Chicago now a game and a half ahead of San Francisco. 3 games ahead of Edmonton. Beantown at Hadley Lake, number 2 for the day. Beantown only scores 21 runs. Let's glance at the box score. I like Beantown's home runs. Let's see what they hit. Beantown, Columbine, Freeman, McCann hit 2, and Lazari. Beantown did a good job. 21-3. They are 3.5 games out. And game number 2, let's see, do we have another Manchester-Edmonton game? Yeah, we do. I want to check and see what the third game I'm going to do is here. Can't resist Edmonton at Chicago. I know we did Edmonton twice, but it's a big game, and we're going to play it. So, the 6th, Manchester at Edmonton. Let's see. 7-6 Manchester. Manchester now only 3 games out. Edmonton, 3.5. We go to the 7th. Do they also play on the 8th? Just to double check. Yeah, they play on the 8th. Manchester, Edmonton on the 8th will be my third game of the day. Beantown at Hadley Lake. Beantown loses 8-6. They fall to 4 games back. Chico's at Degens. Degens 6-2 winner. They're only 2 back now as they start to close in Philadelphia. St. Louis 8-1 winners against Hagerstown. They maintain their, well, now they got a 15.5 game lead. San Francisco at Chicago. Chicago 4-0. DeGrom over Grove. Chicago 2.5 over San Francisco. 4 over Edmonton. Cleveland at Florence. Rooting for Cleveland. And they win 16-4. As my team has now got a 2-game lead for the lottery pick. Lehigh at Philadelphia. 2 division leaders. 3-2. Lehigh, Philly now only a game and a half ahead of Degens, 3.5 ahead of Beantown. Lehigh slipping, but doesn't, even though they won the game, they're only 20 games over 500, which is pretty low for them, but T-ville is not going to catch them. Lancaster needing a win, they lose to Crystal Lake 6-3. Manchester 2.5 games out. Maybe we'll do a Manchester game. Oh, I skipped. Excuse me. I skipped T-ville at Vegas. T-ville wins 3-1. Amazing Washington. 9-8. Amazing. Manchester and Edmonton. Well, let's see what we got there. Manchester wins 5-1. They're only 2 games out as MV is really smiling now. Edmonton, however, is slipping a little bit. They are now 4.5 games out. Let's see if that changes my next game that I'm going to broadcast. Let's look at number 8 here. Where's Manchester? We're going to do a Manchester-Lancaster game because that's a lot closer. So that's on the 10th. Let's see if they're on the 10th. Yeah, they're on the 10th. We'll go Manchester-Lancaster. Okay, did we finish the 5th? We did. We finished the 6th. Nothing missing. The 7th is done. The 8th. Beantown, 3.5 games out. Will there be only 3 games out? They will not be. There'll be 4 games out as they lose to Hadley Like 11-6. Cleveland at Florence, 3-2. Florence wins that game. San Francisco at Chicago, 3-2. Chicago wins that game. Waddell wins game number 9. Good trade by the master trader, David Landau. Chicago now 3.5 ahead of San Francisco and 5 games ahead of Edmonton. Lehigh at Philadelphia. Division leaders, Lehigh wins. Philly now only 1 game out as Lehigh wins 9-4. Chico's at D-Gens. D-Gens, a win will put them a half game out. They get it 5-4 over Chico's. Chico's pretty much done. D-Gens 1/2 a game out of the Sandlot division. You know, we're all sims that we do, including this one, but the official sim is the one that counts. And this one's coming out a tiny bit different than the ones that I run. St. Louis at home against Hagerstown. Hagerstown upsets them 4-2. Amazing at Washington, 12-5. Amazing. Manchester and Edmonton. 4-2 Manchester. Manchester now a game and a half out of first place as MV marches looking towards defeating Lancaster in the rain delay division. T-ville at Vegas. Vegas wins 7-6, and that lead narrows to a game and a half for the lottery pick. San Francisco at Chicago. Chicago wins 4-0. Chicago now 4.5 ahead of San Francisco and 6 games ahead of Edmonton. Jeff, I'm afraid, is going to fade. Crystal Lake at Lancaster. Lancaster loses. Crystal Lake upsets them. Manchester's only 1 game out. Well, I guess that means we're going to play this game right here and see if MV can catch up to Lancaster on the 9th of September. In the meantime, T-ville at Beantown. T-ville beats Beantown. Beantown's starting to slip. They're 4 games out. Lehigh at Florence. 5-1 Lehigh. Hagerstown at Washington. 6-4 Washington. St. Louis at Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake wins 5-3. They're on sort of a winning streak. Cleveland at Philadelphia. Philly defeats Cleveland 5-2. Amazing at San Francisco. It's 12-6 San Francisco. San Francisco closes to within 4 games. If you hear my dog barking in the background, I apologize. Manchester at Lancaster. Let's play this game. J.R. Richard pitching for Manchester for the Fighting Amish. It's Wade Hoyt. Lineups are in. Here we are at Hilltop Park, the Fighting Amish home field. The Manchester will send to the plate Morgan batting first at second. Mellott, the DH, hitting second. Beltray at third, hitting third. Donlin in left, hitting fourth. Reggie Smith, one of my favorite Red Sox players, in right field, hitting fifth. Collins at first, sixth. McCarver catching seventh. Williams in center. That's Bernie Williams, eighth. And Elvis Andrus at short, hitting ninth. Lancaster will have Kerry Thomas and Wayner in the outfield. Left to right, Brooks Robinson, Cross, LeMahieu, Guerrero in the infield, McFarland catching, Hoyt pitching, and we're underway here at Hilltop Park. Fly to left. Kerry catches it in front of the stands for the out. Ott has 41 home runs this season. He's going to slap a base hit in the right field. Adrian Beltre. Line drive to Brooks Robinson. 2 away, and Mike Donlin. Strikeout number 1 for Hoyt. We head to the bottom of the first. Manchester, nothing. Lancaster coming to bat. Lancaster will send up Thomas in center, LeMahieu at second. Wayner in right, bottomly the DH. Robinson at third, Guerrero at first. McFarland catching. Kerry in left, crossing at short. Donlin, Williams, Smith in the outfield. In the infield, Beltre, Andrus, Morgan, and Collins catching. Tim McCarver pitching. J.R. Richard, Thomas walks. Richard checks the runner. He's a threat to go, and there he goes. Here's the throw. He's out by a mile. 1 down as McCarver guns him down. Richard to face LeMahieu now after 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter. He walks 2 in a row. J.R. Richard to face Paul Wayner. There goes LeMahieu. He's safe, stolen base number 1. For DJ LeMahieu, Wayner faces Richard. There's a fly ball deep to left. Donlin catches it. 2 down. Let me check something here. I want to make sure I have the settings right. Move that over a tiny bit. See if that helps. Bottomley. We need a photo for Bottomley. Jim Bottomley, do we have his picture? There he is. That's a goofy one. Let's use that one instead. Bottomley now has a face. Runner on second. That ball's popped up to Morgan. Innings over. We head to the second. No score. MV's not with us today. He hasn't signed in. I'm assuming he'll catch this on a rerun. Hoyt pitches to Smith, who hits a base hit. He's going to end up at second with a double, number 24 in the season. Ripper Collins, ground ball to Robinson. He's out at first. Tim McCarver got in a trade from St. Louis. There goes Smith. He's out trying to steal third. I think that's a silly move. I have never on mine marked never try to steal third because it does that too often if you have any other setting. Robinson throws to first, gets McCarver. We head to the bottom of the second, no score. Okay, we don't want that. We want this. Brooks Robinson, Guerrero, and McFarland. Robinson's going to beat that out. He's safe. Guerrero. Andrus to Morgan, over to Collins. Well, waste of a base hit, double play. 5-4-3. We have two outs, bottom of the second, and McFarland's up. Another ground ball to Beltre. Throws to first. Quick inning. We head to the top of the third. There's no score here at Hilltop Park. Hoyt delivers to Williams. Second strikeout for Hoyt. Ground ball back to the mound. 2 away. And Joe Morgan. Quick 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the third. That's right. There's no score. SMU scores 3 points. It's 28-3 if anybody cares. Richard to face Carey, Cross, and Thomas, the top of the order. Carey walks. Richard is a little wild today. Throw to first. Carey gets back. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner on first. Throw to first. Carey gets back. Number one strikeout for Richard. Here in the third inning, Carey still on first. Roy Thomas grounds the ball up the middle. Andrus steps in the bag. That's all they're going to get. 2 away. Throw to first. Thomas is back. LeMahieu up. Ground ball to Collins. He's just going to step on the bag. He's out. We head to the fourth. Still no score. Wade Hoyt will face Ott, Beltre, and Donlin. Wayner's got it, 1 down. Beltre. Strikeout number 4 for Hoyt. Swing and a miss. Ball gets past McFarland. Donlin safe at first. Strikeout and an error. Reggie Smith's 1 for 1. Donlin is safe at second with his 21st stolen base. Will this error cost Lancaster? Let's find out what Reggie Smith does. He strikes out. Hoyt's 6th strikeout. We head to the bottom of the fourth. There's no score. Wayner, Bottomley, and Robinson to face Richard. Richard, with his 4th base on balls today, will face Bottomley. He's going to bunt. Runner's going to go to second. Brooks Robinson going to hit a fly ball in the foul territory. Lots of foul territory here at Hilltop Park. He's out. 2 away. Wayner at second. Ground ball to Andrus. Inning is over. We head to the top of the 5th. No score. Okay, we're back. Collins, McCarver, and Williams to face Hoyt. Both pitchers pitching well. That one's out of here. Wayner just watches it as Ripper Collins rips that one into the right field stands. That ball traveled 409 feet, and it was hit. McCarver wrote ground ball to LeMahieu, 1 down. Bernie Williams. No balls, 2 strikes. Hoyt delivers. Ground ball. Guerrero's going to flip to Hoyt for the out. 2 down after the home run is Andrus. Ground ball to Brooks Robinson. There we go. We head to the 6th. 1-0 Manchester. Manchester's ties for first place. if they win this game today. McFarland carrying cross, bottom third of the order for Lancaster. Line drive, base hit, right field. McFarland rounding first, headed for second. Reggie Smith throws. He's safe with a double, but someone's injured. McFarland is injured. Let's see if he stays in the game or not. Carey bunts. Throw to Morgan. He's out. Pena is on third, so he is out of the game. Tying run on third, one away for Monty Cross, the shortstop. He struck him out, just what he needed to do. 2 outs, Thomas up. Ground ball up the middle. Morgan makes a great play, but there's an error on the play. Pena's going to score. It's an error on Elvis Andrus, actually. And the score is now tied at 1. Tough break, having a tying run scoring an error. LeMahieu up, picked him off first base. We head to the top of the 6th. We're tied at 1. Okay, as the mouse rolls around. Joe Morgan, top of the Manchester order. Now they need a run to go ahead, followed by Ott and Beltre. Morgan to center. LeMahieu gets it in short center field. Melott. Ground ball to Cross. Guerrero's got it. 2 down, and Adrian Beltre. Base hit in the right field. Wayner tries to be tricky, throw behind him at first base to Guerrero, but Beltre gets back, and Mike Donlin batting. He's 0 for 2. He's 0 for 3 as Wayner puts it away. We head to the bottom of the 6th, all tied at 1. Richard to face LeMahieu, Wayner, and Bonham. Fly to left. Donlin gets it. Wayner. Ground ball up the middle. Morgan to Collins for the out. And Bottomley is 0 for 1, steps in. Fly to left. Donlin gets that one. We head to the top of the 7th. 1-1 is the score. Reggie Smith, Collins, and McCarver do up. Hoyt pitching a good game. Robinson up with it. 1 down. Ripper Collins homered his last time up. He's going to hit a base hit to left this time up. He's now 2 for 3 in the game. Tim McCarver facing Hoyt, runner on first. All tied at 1. There goes Collins. He is safe with his second stolen base. 2 outs, runner in scoring position to Bernie Williams. He's got an 8-game inning streak. He hits it up the middle. Great play by LeMahieu. He's going to get him for the out. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, this score is tied. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error, 4 left on base for Manchester. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on base for Lancaster. We got a tie game. Manchester 1 game behind Lancaster in the division race. Doesn't get much closer than that as we head to the final 3 innings. J.R. Richards is strong. Brooks Robinson steps in, and he strikes out number 3 for Richard. Guerrero up. Fly ball to center. Bernie Williams puts it away. And Tony Pena, who came in as an injury replacement, hits it on the ground to Morgan at second. 1, 2, 3, go Lancaster. We head to the 8th, all tied at 1. Andrus, the bottom hitter in Manchester's order, followed by Morgan and Ott, hitters number 1 and 2 to face Hoyt. Cross has it, throw to first for the out. The pitch by Hoyt. Morgan walks, not a smart guy to walk. Big threat to steal, Melott. There goes Morgan. Stolen base number 48 for Morgan. Manchester now has the go-ahead run at second with only an out, and Melott at the plate. Melott flies to center. Thomas has it. Morgan reteats to second. Throw comes in to third. We have Adrian Beltre looking to knock in the go-ahead run. He hits it to cross it short to Guerrero for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 1. Here we go. Richard still looks fine. Hitters 8, 9, and 1. Carey, Cross, and Thomas to face J.R. Richard. Carey to left. Donovan with the catch. Monty Cross. Morgan picks it up, throws him out. And Roy Thomas, the center fielder. Strikeout number 4 for Richard. We head to the top of the 9th, tied at 1. Mike Dolan facing Wade Hoyt. Thomas puts it away for the out in center field. Reggie Smith. He walks. Ripper Collins homered for Manchester's run. Fly to left. Carey's got it. Smith retreats. And Tim McCarver to LeMahieu to Guerrero. We head to the bottom of the 9th. It is tied at 1. LeMahieu to face Richard, followed by Wainer and Bottomley. Looks like Richard is tired, but they're leaving him in there. LeMahieu hits a foul ball. The tired Richard strikes him out. Will face Wainer, maybe. He does. Base hit into center field. Winning run on first for the Amish. Poor play by Joe Morgan. Richard in the red. 0 for 2 is Bottomley. He steps in, and Danny Darwin will be replacing J.R. Richard. Danny Darwin on the season, 3.76 ERA, 3 wins, 2 losses. The pitch to Bottomley. Fly ball. It's in the stands. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The delivery. Fly ball to center field, and Williams puts it away in front of the fence. 2 down. Winning run still at first, and Brooks Robinson. 236 on the season. Fly to right. We go to extra innings, tied at 1. Hoyt's still on the mound. He's got probably another inning before he gets tired. Bernie Williams on the ground across. Guerrero's got it for the out. Andrus. Runner on first, 3rd walk for Hoyt. Morgan up 0 for 3 in the 8th game. Well, There it was. It went too fast for me to call it, but you saw it with your own two eyes. It's a 2-run home run for Joe Morgan in the right field. That traveled 409 feet, and Manchester takes a 3-1 lead. Wade Hoyt maybe stayed in an inning too long as he pitches to Mel Ott, who hits a ground ball to Cross. Ott beats it out. Adrian Beltre. Base hit in the left center field. Well, it's obvious to me Hoyt's lost it. He's just turned red. Will the commuter manager replace him? Nope. He's going to pitch to Donlin. Fly ball to right. Wayner coming in. 2 outs. Reggie Smith. Grounded to short. Cross has it. Smith's going to beat it out. Base is loaded now. Hoyt in the red. Ripper Collins homered earlier. He's in. They're going to let him pitch. Ground ball to Guerrero. This computer manager is smarter than me. They get the out. We head to the bottom of the 10th. Manchester 3. Lancaster 1. Here we go. Darwin does he have any saves? Let's see. Darwin has 5 saves on the season, so he's not unaccustomed to this. We'll be facing batters 6, 7, and 8. Pedro Guerrero, Tony Pena, and Max Carey. Joey Votto coming in to play first base for defensive purposes. Darwin delivers. Well, you don't want to do that. There's an old adage, take the lead, walk the first batter in the inning, and you're dead. Jeff Russell's coming in to pitch. That's computer saw all it wanted to see from Darwin. Russell delivers to Pena. Ground ball to Morgan. Andrus for 1. Votto a double play. That computer's awful smart. There's 2 down. Lancaster down to their last out. Manchester 1 out away for tying for the division lead. The pitch to Max Carey. Fly to right. Smith's got it. Game's over. Manchester is now tied with the Fighting Irish. 79 wins, 67 losses, and we have a race in their division. 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Manchester. 1-3-0 for the Fighting Irish. Let's go to the box score. Well, too bad MV isn't here to have watched the game, but he's going to be really happy when he watches this replay. Manchester, only 1 player with 2 hits because they had 9 hits, 4 players with 2 hits. Morgan had 2. Beltre had 2. Smith and Collins had 2. Only 3 hits for Lancaster, and they're the ones when nobody had 2 hits. Winning pitcher is Danny Darwin. 4 wins, 2 losses. He pitched 2/3 of an inning. Richard pitched 8 1/3, 3-hit ball, 1 run allowed. It was not earned, 5 strikeouts and 4 walks. Darwin pitched 2/3 of an inning to pick up the win. Russell picks up the save with an inning of perfect relief. Hoyt went the distance, 10 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. Struck out 7 and walked 3. That takes care of that box score. We're going to sim the rest of the first 10 days of the month. We will review the standings. We will zip this up, and the next guy's up to do the next 10 days. Edmonton to Chicago. Edmonton must win. They lose 5-4. Chicago wins. Lincecum over Peters. That puts Chicago 4.5 up after a third of the month to to San Francisco, and 7 games up on Edmonton. Lehigh at Florence. 4-1 Florence wins as Lehigh continues Their mediocre play, I guess that's the best way to put it. They're certainly not playing poorly. Washington 6-3 over Hagerstown. We go to the 10th, the final day of this sim. Let's check Beantown. They're 4.5 out. They need this one. They lose to T-ville 3-2. Pierce over Gomez. Hagerstown and Washington 6-5. Hagerstown. D-Gens in Cleveland. D-Gens, one game out. They sure would like to win this game. And they do 1-0. Guidry over Bell. St. Louis at Crystal Lake. 3-2 Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake's pretty hot. Lehigh at Florence again. Florence defeats Lehigh 7-4. Lehigh is not finishing this season strongly, but looks like they're falling behind Philly for the bye. They may have to play the wild card. Chico's at Hadley Lake. 4-3 Hadley Lake. Chico's falls to 10 games out. Vegas at Philadelphia. Vegas beats Philadelphia 10-1, and Vegas and Cleveland, after 10 days, now tied for that all-important last place in the Moneyball division. The winner of that race gets a lottery pick. Philly now tied with D-Gens, Beantown 4.5 out. Amazing at San Francisco, must win for San Francisco. They get it 15-5. Tied 79-67. Who's going to lead the rain delay? It's going to be Lancaster, 3-2 winners. Paso over Houston. Lancaster now 1 game up in that division. Edmonton at Chicago, a must-win for Edmonton, and they lose. Chicago wins 6-2. That amount puts a fork in Edmonton. They are 8 games behind Chicago with 3 weeks to go and a little less than 3 weeks to go in the season. You're going to love this. I just noticed who won this game. Apier. Apier's ERA plus is 42. How he won that game, allowing only 1 run, is beyond me. And the last game in the sim, 11-4, Hagerstown loses to Washington. There we go. That's it, gentlemen. 10 days done. We're going to zip this up. Philadelphia and D-Gens tied for the lead. Lehigh, 8.5 games up. T-ville 74-71. I suppose only the Phillies of 1964 blew a bigger lead, but I don't think Lehigh's going to do that here. Lancaster, 1 game up on Manchester, and St. Louis on a little bit of a losing streak, but still safe to win that division. Chicago, San Francisco, and Edmonton behind them. Edmonton has been eliminated, I just noticed. They are done. They cannot win the division, but they can win the wild card. So, Jeff, I hope you go on a winning streak because you are 8 games back. That's it from here. We'd like to thank Aaron Reed, Big Clue, Jeff Hunter, Philip Reynolds, David Landau for checking in here on this special Saturday afternoon broadcast of the September pennant race, Field of Dreams, Season 7. I'm going to zip this up, post it on Discord. We look forward to someone doing the next broadcast. I hope everyone has a wonderful Saturday, and we will be chatting with you on Discord. Have a nice day.